the time, that was my second podcast after Supernova, where our second guest was Slow Gherkin. Okay, so they get on and they're like, "Oh my gosh, there are too many Erics in this room here. New guy, you need a nickname." And so there's a long process. There's a whole lot of nicknames that were thrown around during that podcast, and it came down to kind of like we'll toss out a bunch here at the end. We'll see what sticks. And Bo was the chosen nickname given to me by Slow Gherkin. And when Slow Gherkin gives you a nickname, you are going to roll with it forever, right?
All right.
That's great. Love it. Yeah, I didn't realize the origin story behind Bo. So is there any sort of meaning to it other than just the name that Slow Gherkin gave you? Like, did they have a reason why they gave you that name?
It is actually, I don't know if you know Slow Gherkin's brand of humor, but it is a very shortened version of a convoluted, longer, is like Laura Ingalls Wilder ska guy, and then Bo is in there. So we'll shorten that to Bo.
Love it.
Mr. Bojankle something or other.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
And so if you guys or any of our live viewers or anyone watching this or listening to us want to go back to the Ska podcast in, I believe this is September, right after Supernova, Slow Gherkin, it's always good to give our back catalog a listen.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good episode. And I'll take that from here and say, welcome. You are listening to Banana Talk with Ska and nobody?
Banana Talk?
Okay, wasn't that funny? What do you all think about what happened?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was serious.
Sorry, I was muted, Jess.
Oh, there's Rachel.
Something, didn't you?
You guys can't see me, right?
No, we can't see you, but I hear some background noise.
Banana on.
Did she just say banana on?
Yeah, I think she did. She's probably putting her costume on, and that's why she hasn't shared the video yet. But we welcome bananas here, and we'll just leave it at that. For real, though, you're listening to Ska Talk with Ska, and a little background about us. We were started out as what was supposed to be an online zine and quickly turned into a podcast because we found that bands really like to come on and talk about themselves. And, we all have real lives and jobs, and we don't have time to do it all. So we focus on that and try to do some other things here and there as well, like book shows and that sort of thing, share videos, and just kind of give music recommendations and whatnot. But the podcast is where it's at. So that's why we're here tonight. My name is Jess. I'm the founder of Ska. We have a team of roughly 8, I think, but we stick to 3 co-hosts at a time. One of them was our host, Eric. He passed away a few months ago. We miss him so much, and we dedicate every episode to him. So we just want to give his message. He'd like to tell everyone if you want to have a scene, you have to be the scene. And we feel really strongly about that. So we're going to continue being the scene and encouraging other people to do the same.
Hell yeah.
My co-hosts for tonight are Bo, as you just heard the story behind his name, and then Rachel, who I think just popped out but may pop back in. So I'll just introduce her now. And I'm going to pass it off to you, Bo.
It is me. And with us, I'd like to introduce our guest this evening. We got pioneers of the breakthrough genre of sad ska from straight down the 580, a little southeast of Tracy, down the 132 in Modesto, California, the Central Valley Horizon Point. And for those of you out there in the other parts of the United States who don't know the geography of California, I brought a visual aid courtesy of my 10-year-old daughter, because
you're amazing.
4th grade, they're studying California, right? So here's me in the Bay Area of California. There's LA and San Diego for reference. So you follow that path I just described, across the Altamont Pass, takes you into the Central Valley, Modesto, right about there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, you have no idea how happy I am with the Altamont Pass reference, because I worked so hard to make the roads and the geography accurate in that song and make it all rhyme.
I looked it up and I was like, hey, yeah, absolutely.
It's
And
accurate.
Like, are we telling the truth? Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
got to have a local
Thank
to fact check for you.
Thank you.
Anyhow,
Thank you.
we'd like to know the members of Horizon Point. So if you could take turns, you could tell us your name, what you do in the band, and one thing, your choice, whatever you want to say, what you do outside the band.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go. I'm Jen. I sing in the band and I play tenor sax. And I used to be the bass player of the band, but we kind of wanted to expand a little bit because on the recordings I would do bass and sax, but we wanted our live sound to reflect, kind of what our recordings were. So I switched to sax and vocals, which can be hard at times, the trade-off, but I love it. Um, so yeah, that's me. And then outside of the band, I'll just tell you what I do for work because it's really actually a big part of the band. I'm a therapist. I'm a mental health counselor, therapist. And so like when we, jokingly started Horizon Point and said we wanted to do sad ska, it's about the genre of like integrating like the emo stuff into the ska punk stuff, but it's also about the content of the songs too. It's about the content reflecting mental health, and like we really feel like ska as a whole, as a genre, like we want this genre to do a great job of representing important mental health stuff, and I think a lot of bands are doing that now. So we're excited to just keep making music and be part of it, and we just appreciate you having us on.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I guess I'll go. I'm Jordan. I'm also one of the singers of the band, and I play guitar. And I'm also outside of the band a therapist as well. And right now I mainly work with junior high kids, so that's a whole thing all in itself. But definitely something. Both things I value: being able to be a therapist, counselor, and also be able to be a songwriter and do what we do in the band. I'm just grateful I can do both in my life, because like growing up you hear a lot like you could do one thing, you could do this thing, and I think that's been the best part for me, is like, no, I can do more than one thing, right? That's the message I'll send out, is you can always do more than one thing in life. If that's what you want to do, figure it out,
Nice. Blake.
All right. You're muted, Blake.
See, I mute the microphone when I'm not talking so that all the other stuff doesn't get picked up, but it backfires sometimes. So I'm Blake. I play bass in the band now. I took over for Jen when I joined, and this is Jonesy back here. You can see a lot of him. He really likes to be the center of attention. I also have been recording and basically in charge of the audio side of things for Horizon Point since like 2021. Was that it, or was it earlier than that? 2021, right?
I think I'm bad with dates, so
about 5 years or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that when Jen traded over to saxophone for the live shows, because like she said, she could only do bass live, can't really play saxophone and bass at the same time. I took over for that part of the band too, so it's been fun. And outside of the band, well, we're all talking about our jobs, so I'll just say I am a mail carrier for the United States Postal Service. So I walk around in the hot sun delivering people's letters and packages all day, which is not the most interesting thing to talk about. So let's talk about my hobbies. I like to collect physical media. I have a big record collection that I inherited. I inherited a collection from my parents, and then I've just been building on it. I love vinyl. It's really an interesting thing because it is physical and it becomes an event. It's not like putting on a playlist on Spotify. When you put the record on, you have to be there to turn it over. So it becomes more of an experience, in my opinion. but I also love collecting VHS tapes and CDs and not as much cassettes, but I have some cassettes too. I find a lot of VHS tapes that are being thrown away while I'm walking around. I find a lot of stuff outside as a mail carrier. And I've found a couple of different batches of VHS tapes that are on the curb that are going to be taken to a landfill somewhere, and I snatched them up because that's my childhood. So yeah, that's about all I can think to say about that.
Yeah, your vocation, your passions kind of cross paths there.
They do.
I'm curious, because you mentioned you're the recording engineer, if you will. And you have a keen ear for sound. Your thoughts on vinyl and sound, and is that do you particularly enjoy listening to vinyl over digital, and is that like a driver why you collect?
I don't think that necessarily is the key factor. I have to say it sounds completely different. I mean, anybody will tell you that vinyl sounds different from digital versions of the songs, but I I can't say that I think it sounds better. It's different. It's a different thing. I mean, certain things I will say I've listened to the vinyl version of them and thought, wow, that sounds great. Like that's the way that it was supposed to be. But then I've heard tons of stuff where I listen to the vinyl and then I listen to the digital version of it and I think, oh, okay, no, actually the digital version's better. Like for instance, oh, what is the guy's name? Yeah, he's a big hit in the 80s. And I love the song that's on the radio. I've heard it many, many times. It's Howard Johnson, I think. The anyway, big hit on the radio, love the song, and then I found out that my parents' vinyl collection had that record in it, and I got really excited. And then I put on that song, and I went, oh, something is not the same. It's like the compression that they used on the digital version really like made the bass more prevalent and just made the song hit harder to me. So listening to the vinyl, I was like, I gotta crank up the lows on my tuner to make it sound the way that I think it's supposed to sound or the way that I'm used to hearing it. So it's like, I don't know, some things are really good on vinyl. Some things are like I've heard stuff where I listen to the vinyl and I go, oh, I've never heard that before. Like I didn't notice that part in there. But other things, it's just, I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, very cool. Thanks for sharing that.
Definitely.
And that leaves us with Raul.
Hi, my name's Raul, and I play trombone. Sometimes I used to play bass, like at the beginning of the band.
We're all
I most
here.
yeah, I mostly deal with like horn arrangements and like chord structures. I like to think I'm a music theory guy. For my day job, well, you can probably see it right here.
Hey, Guitar Center.
I teach music at Guitar Center, so like, I guess it's kind of interesting. I try to, not be too tough on the future of music, right? Because I can be a perfectionist, but like, I'm chill. I'm a chill guy sometimes.
Just a chill guy. I'm just a chill guy.
Just
But
chill guy.
But besides work, I just like to play my Switch right now. Play some Pokemon with Jen, but I feel like I'm just a simple man.
Awesome. And I imagine those guitar lessons, like one of your early lessons, is upstrokes, right? just to get the kids into ska these days.
You got
There you go. The ska.
All right, and you have one member who's not here. If you want to speak on that one member, and maybe make up something or tell us something that they do outside the band.
Adam is our drummer. He would love to be here. He just couldn't make it tonight. He actually teaches as well in elementary school. Do you guys remember what grade he works with? I forget.
Like
I think he works with third graders, I think.
Third grade? Yeah,
Third,
so he works in the classrooms and stuff with kids. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, Adam's awesome. Adam's very eclectic in the music he loves, but he's a huge ska fan, huge punk fan, and we're happy to have him. He's like got to be one of the most intuitive drummers that I've ever played with. Like I'll be, even like last night we were writing a song, we were working on some new material, and like we kind of like sent like a little demo of like what we were thinking for the song, and then we get in the practice room, and Adam already knows exactly what he's gonna do for the song, and we're like, he already worked the whole thing out in his head before we even got to the practice space. So he's just really he's awesome to work with, and we really love him. But yeah, that's all of us.
All right. Well, thanks for bringing Adam into this. We miss you, and Adam can also catch up on the recorded version here. And I've really found it interesting to like find out about what people do outside of the bands. One thing I really enjoyed about like being in the scene, you know, when I really only dug into ska like a year and a half ago. Before that, like one of my favorite bands I'd follow all the time, me and my wife, we've been to like 30 other shows, and it was always like, okay, we get to the door like 2 hours before to get up to the rail, then like, we got to rush out to hang out by their bus and, try to meet them and everything. And I think it was just so great when I went to Supernova in 2024. Like, there was just band members just running around, and one of the great things I loved was like being able to just walk up to them and talk to them and just really get to know them. So it's always fascinating to find out what band members do and what they're interested outside the band. And I guess we haven't got Rachel back yet.
Yeah,
so.
Rachel's here. We
Oh,
should
is she?
let her say hello and introduce herself.
Oh, there we go. She was just off my grid.
She has a nickname tonight. It's Kiara.
Kiara, because I'm using my
Kiara.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm Ska Gazine's favorite dumpster fire, Rachel. I'm so excited to see you guys. I'm a huge fan. And I guess my first question was, when was kind of the moment, or if there was a pivotal moment where you're like, music is like it for me, music, like this is going to be a huge part of my life? Was it an influence, a specific influence, a certain whatever core memory you have?
I'm gonna give you my OG story that I tell people about what happened when I started to get into ska.
Yeah.
When I was in 8th grade. So I was in 8th grade. I was like, so I went to Warped Tour. My older sister took me to Warped Tour. I grew up on the East Coast in Boston, and but we went to the Warped Tour in New York City when I was like in 8th grade. No, 7th, maybe I was in 7th that year, and then my love for ska kind of like grew. But I saw Real Big Fish for like I had never even heard of ska, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? What is going on? My mind was blown. And my sister's like, hey, you can crowd surf. Like, here, we're gonna like put you up. And then so all of a sudden I'm like this child that's like crowd surfing Warped Tour. And I was just like, wow, this is my life is different. And then so I wanted to start a ska band since then. And I got like fully into like all the different, the waves of ska and like everything. And I stole a trumpet from my middle school band room because I wanted to learn how to play, and then I ended up actually getting arrested for that and suspended in middle school for stealing a trumpet from the band room of my school.
You got arrested? Like,
yes, exactly.
You.
Not for shooting down my man, but for stealing a trumpet. So when I think about how I got into ska, that's I feel like I have to just like tell people that story and that disclaimer. I was like a freaking child, but I'm willing to die for the genre.
I fucking love the story, and it's so silly because maybe it's because I love it and I was at Warped Tour. That was like back in New York, but not New York City when I was 15, and you look much younger than me. But like your first time crowd surfing, it is kind of like this like I don't know. What would I imagine? I don't know when Catholics this in the world. I don't know, but it is like this like very, I don't know, moment that you can't describe.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore because I'm like, I just turned 38 and I've developed some chronic illnesses, and I'm like,
I get it.
I'm
Yeah.
not really able to crowd surf anymore, but I can still get on stage and perform, and we can have a kick-ass time. So,
Yeah. Sure. I collect autoimmune diseases like Pokemon too. I get it.
what'd you say?
I said I collect autoimmune diseases like I'm like Pokemon.
Oh, I collect autoimmune disease and Pokemon. So,
Oh,
I can catch all of this.
See, you can do more than one thing.
that's great.
yeah, that's a great story. All right, someone top it.
Dang, mine won't. Oh, you want to go? All right, you can go next.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'll go. I just have this core memory of like two memories. So I didn't really want to like play music too much, like ska or whatever. But I remember I was like 11 or 12, and I heard my brother play guitar, and it was just like this very beautiful thing. And like I'm pretty sure I showed you Jen and Jordan this riff that he made, and like I heard him play that, and then that inspired me to play guitar. And then I remember I took this guitar one day, and then I played it, and then I broke the string, and then like I was young, so I felt very bad, and I started crying. I was like, I'm so sorry, I just want to play guitar, and then after that, he just started helping me learn. But another core memory is in high school, is where I wanted to join a jazz band because I had seen that I had seen that they had like a banner that they went to Asia for tour, like a jazz tour. I was like, I want to play guitar, go to Asia, that'd be cool. But I learned that jazz guitar is hard, very, very hard, and I was like, I can't do that. So I started learning trombone instead, and that's how it started, my freshman year of high school. And then I had the first concert ever, and then I was like, I want to play music for the rest of my life. And then ever since then, I've been hooked. I've been hooked on playing trombone and bass, not so much guitar, but even though I work at Guitar Center, and I teach guitar a lot, I'm just like, why don't you learn bass instead?
Is my favorite by far.
Yeah.
Good choice.
All right, Jordan. Or
all right, okay. Yeah, all right. So is this? Yeah, it's on. So I would say gosh, I don't know. Like, I've always been, from as long as I can remember, like a very performative person. I've always really loved music and theater and being very dramatic. I can be, but I guess one of my first real memories of wanting to do music. Like music in this realm, like I did choir in elementary school. I used to play trumpet, which some of the band members have asked me to get back into, which I am considering. But anyways, the point is that I used to play trumpet, and there was a whole thing where I liked it for what it was, but it was just like in concert band in like high school. And then I really wanted to play guitar because my friends asked me to join a band, actually, because they needed a singer. And I never really, I always liked singing. And I just remember singing, and it was like this, I don't know, it was like an alt-rock, hard rock band, I don't know. And I just remember I used to write a lot, and I really got into writing, and I really got into singing, but I didn't know how to play guitar at the time. But I knew, like, I loved it. I liked the passion. I like singing. I like screaming. I like just the kind of creative element of it. And then it was like maybe my junior year, two of my best friends at the time, they got me my first acoustic guitar. And I always remember that, like, they came over actually on Christmas morning, Christmas '06, and they surprised me with a guitar, because I kept saying how I wanted to play, and like my dad had a guitar and he played a little, and I would dabble on his, but this is like my first guitar, and I was like so excited because I could write lyrics, but I couldn't like play anything. I felt limited because I couldn't put music to it, and so I guess leading up to that, there was like this time frame around like that time in my life where I was like, yeah, I knew I wanted to do something with music, like more than just like I wanted to make it part of my life. And then ebbs and flows through life come and go, and so it's just I think it's crazy how the journey has led me to where I am now. But I would say probably yeah, like early on, I think that's one of my core memories is getting that guitar and started learning, and a lot of it was just self-taught at first. And I just would play. I would just play, and if it sounded okay, it sounded okay. Like before I got lessons, like I'm like, this sounds all right. I think this works, and that's kind of how I first learned. And then eventually I got like lessons and stuff, and so I would just try and I think yeah. So I would say like high school was like really when I knew like music is like gonna be something I'm gonna do for life.
I love that. I feel like all of these stories all for like when people, and even from asking other people, like junior high kind of era, where like I guess it makes sense.
Oh, that's such a crucial time, right?
It is, yeah.
Like, how about you?
Let me think. I feel like music has always kind of been floating around back there, and I've been resisting it. Looking back, like I just kind of like I always loved it. I always felt like I was really interested in listening to music, but it wasn't until high school that I started kind of trying to like make music, trying to play an instrument or do anything like that. My mother had this little cheap Yamaha keyboard that she had for taking lessons, which she did for a while, but then it kind of just sat in the corner of our house. So I remember, I don't know why, I don't know what it was. I think I was listening to like Dream Theater at the time, and just listening to the keyboard player for Dream Theater play like guitar solos on the keyboard and thinking like, well, that's pretty cool. I should try to do something like that. So I took the keyboard from the living room or wherever it was, and then like dragged it into my room, and then I learned how to play the lick from the Final Countdown by Europe on it. And yeah, it's a great riff. And yeah, and I did that, and that was like the first time I ever like actually learned how to play like a piece of music. And I feel like from there on it's just been like, okay, yeah, maybe I can do this. Maybe you know I can struggle at it and then maybe eventually learn the skills. Because after that I joined the school band because I had friends that were doing like the marching band and the winter drum line and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, they do keyboards for the winter drum line. I can join and I can do that. And they were like, no, the keyboards are not that important. We don't have enough people, so you're gonna play the vibraphone. And I went, oh, okay. I guess I'll play the vibraphone. So I did mallet percussion for the last 2 years of high school or something like that I was on it. But at the time, I feel like I kind of lost interest in the keyboard. And I don't know about you guys, but when I was in high school, every cool musician person around, it was all men. It's just every cool guy. Every cool guy has a guitar. He plays the guitar, and he's a cool guy because he has a guitar.
Yep.
And I said,
Always, yep.
I said, I'm such a fucking contrarian that I was like, I want to know how to do something like that, because keyboards, I can't do anything with keyboards. I'm just not skilled enough to do both hands. So I want to do some stringed instrument, but I don't want to play guitar because everybody plays guitar. So I'm going to play bass. And that's when I started playing bass, because it was a resistance against the guitar. I was like, I will not do that. I will not do that.
Such a rebel.
So yeah, I mean, stupidly, like, I mean, it would have, I don't know. I feel like bass is easier to pick up than guitar, but like harder to kind of master in a sense. I don't know.
I really, really was hoping that you were going to say clarinet for some reason. So
why clarinet?
So disappointed when you just chose another very cool instrument.
Well, like, I wanted to be cool, but not like obvious cool, you know?
What if I told you I played clarinet?
I would be like, that's
Yeah.
Bo, I love you.
Bass clarinet. How about that?
I wish I played clarinet. Clarinet's a great
Jen
instrument.
started with clarinet.
Yeah, I started with clarinet, and that's how I was able to like switch to sax.
Wait, what does it look like? Is that the flute?
What was that?
Which one?
Lizzo.
Oh, I don't know.
Plays the flute. I don't know.
Plays the flute. It's
Oh, that's right. And she was badass at it too.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Flutes are badass. There should be more flutes in ska.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're just so soft. You really
They're
gotta
so
They're a
soft.
very quiet instrument.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Flutes and clarinets, I think, like they don't punch as much as like, you know,
Mm,
like
Very
a trumpet.
I did see this band once. They were called Van Goat, and they had a very interesting wind section. It was they had two singers, and each of them played a wind instrument as well. And the girl singer played trombone, and the guy played the clarinet. And they had this sort of like old timey kind of thing going on with it. It was cool. It almost had like some sort of like swing and like early jazz elements in it, but like for a more modern band. I don't remember if they played any ska, but yeah, I remember being really like confused when I saw the instruments that they were taking out of their cases and being like, what is going to happen here? But they played a great show. They were a really cool band.
So
Band.
Jackie Egan from Catch 22 has played like the flute, the trombone, the French horn, like all kinds of things, I believe, on KSB Nights.
Oh, yeah.
I have to listen for that.
Yeah. No, that's true. There's a lot of like interesting stuff going on.
Rachel, didn't he play something else at Pioneer Valley last night? Last year, didn't he pull out another instrument? I'm trying to remember.
I was like too high on life to have any.
You were
I was.
Hey, you being honest.
Yeah, no shame.
Yeah, I
Hey,
think
speaking
you have to. I'm gonna look for a video and share it.
What?
Hey, sorry, guys.
To me at Valley are. Full one.
Is it okay if we like, well, like we didn't really discuss it, but is it okay to like drink or smoke or cuss or whatever on here?
Drinking.
Yeah,
Oh,
you weren't here when we
You
had
do
that
whatever you
talk.
want.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
I was figuring out all the settings. It's weird, okay?
Just remember,
I'm not
we're on a
saying-
live stream. Just
Yeah.
remember, they
Good
said
for
we're
you.
on live stream, so she can't edit it out. Just so.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
hoping for a contact buzz.
It's coming through the screen. I'm high.
Jess, I have. Guys, watch. I think you should leave because every time we say it's adults, you can do what you want. I just think of the same sketch clip, but yeah, no. Okay.
What?
I don't remember that the skit you're talking about.
I'll have to send it to you guys later. It's just
Yeah, please.
I don't know what you're talking about either. Now I'm curious.
I know, I'm curious too.
I love that. I love that.
Oh, look, it's our sticker. I gotta get you
yeah.
one of these. We have new stickers. They're better.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
Really?
Oh, those are cool. That's
Oh.
cool.
So we'll get you from the Pioneer Valley.
I have it right
Yeah.
here actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
Bo
has
gave me
it.
one.
You
So
all will be at Pioneer Valley this year, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
We will all be there. Everyone in this window. In this
Everyone
room.
is
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, we're
cool.
excited. We're
I
stoked.
recently got back into collecting Pokemon cards, and this is a little case that I take around with me. It has Pokemon stickers and Ska stickers on it. Got the originals right here.
Skamon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Skymon? I don't know.
Okay, stop.
I love
Okay,
Skymon. No. Okay.
There's like ska musician cards out there now, you know.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go grab them in a minute when I'm done talking so that I can show you before the end of the episode. But I
That's awesome.
bought 3 packs of them and I pulled some of my favorites out of those decks. I was like, whoa, that's cool.
Wow, really?
I
What?
pulled Little Jessie Dills. I pulled 3 members of
Awesome.
I can't say it. Wakata.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
And
Wakata.
they always correct me. Wakata. Thank you. That's the way to say it. And then I also pulled Chris and Will, I believe, from Stuck Lucky, and Chris is also from Dissidente. So yeah,
Who makes
Cool
these
stuff.
cards?
I don't know. I'm gonna grab them at some point so I can tell you. I don't remember.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But I was really excited to buy them. Now I just want to find them everywhere I go.
Yeah, so if any of these bands get huge, you can be like, oh, I have their rookie card.
Yeah, forget about
Exactly.
baseball cards. We're music cards now. This is
That's right.
I got the members of Wakata to sign them because I was like, I got 3 of them and they were there. So I'm like, sign these.
Oh,
please.
that's so cool.
first edition.
Is
Yeah.
this just ska bands or is this other bands too?
I believe they're just ska bands. You guys keep talking and I'll go grab them.
I
That-
just say that I
Yeah, we
had
need
a
some.
collection of Grease cards. because that was my hyperfixation 11-year-old.
That's great. I love that we're talking about like really niche cards.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, actually. What is that?
I want to know where we get
Grease?
these. That's
like
what I want.
like the musical, probably, right?
Oh, is that
Yeah,
what
I
it
mean, I
is?
didn't know they made those,
Grease
but that sounds
lightning
really
gold.
I
cool.
know. I wish I still had them. I feel like I had Garbage Pail Kids too, but the Grease held more value to me.
I was obsessed with Grease. I was obsessed with like every
Oh yeah,
musical.
musicals for
Yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grease lightning gold.
I want someone to make a Grease Lightning Ska song. Can we do that? You guys want to do that?
Don't
Ooh.
hey, don't tempt us. I'm feeling it.
You
One
have
more.
been great.
We should do the ending song, Jen, because there's a female and male vocal.
That's
wait, the
Jeffy
cards are-
Bill.
Oh, that's so cool.
The cards
What
are
about
made
that?
by. Oh God damn it! That's what he can say.
Definitely do that, and then invite me on the stage to do a solo Sandra D at Yes Rizzo at the sleepover because I
There
do.
we go.
He's so
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
The name of the people who make the cards are Audio Trade, and they're called the Independent Artist Series. Independent Artist Series. This is Series 3.
Audio trade?
Independent art-
Audio Trade.
Independent audio series.
Independent
we're gonna-
artist
We're
series.
gonna get us some Horizon Point
Okay.
cards.
How do we make
sign
them?
that one?
Whoa.
Oh, so Scott History Hours in the live chat saying that Less Than Jake did the Grease soundtrack, like the whole Grease soundtrack. I didn't know.
Oh,
Seriously? Oh, that's it.
Really?
I didn't know they did the whole one, but I did know they did a Grease song.
Really?
Thanks, Sarah.
Yeah, check that out.
Stop this project. Let it stop the project.
What was that?
Don't let this stop you guys, though.
I know, right? It
No,
shouldn't stop us.
no.
Okay.
Don't let anything stop you from achieving your dreams.
Exactly.
Actually, you guys know the Hellas. The Hellas have their own cards.
yeah.
Gizmo
They
made
have-
them all on his own.
They have cards.
The hell?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Let me see if I can dig them out.
Yeah, we should all just be making our own cards. This could get big.
We need cards.
It's a
I-
great picture.
Excuse me for
We
a
can make our own and have them for merch.
It's really funny. DJ Bo is in the live chat. He is a DJ from obviously his name's DJ Bo. He's in China, and we did some stuff together, some podcasts and whatnot. And he always has props, and I'm always like, how do you have props? But we're showing props tonight. Like I showed stickers, I showed cards. Bo's getting some props. I think he's proud of us.
And it goes without saying.
Nice.
I love DJ Bo's name.
Yeah. Rad dude.
Looking around to be like, what's my show and tell? I don't have anything.
You want to see something that I found very recently, and then we'll get back to the interview.
Oh,
Beer goggles. You remember?
it keeps
Oh.
flashing out because of the
Yeah.
blur.
Oh, the background.
Cinema Beer Goggles DVD.
Oh,
Yeah. And it has lots of good punk and ska on it. So yeah,
cool.
mostly punk.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
I think this is a pretty cool show and tell.
Oh, I love it. Slay.
I'm a big tea drinker. I always have tea next to me. As a singer, I guess that makes sense, but
Rachel, are you done with your question? Are you still interrupting you?
oh, I think we've totally made a tangent
There's
Absolutely.
no.
the original question. I'm sorry.
Good job.
Yeah.
We love
One
it.
last show and tell. You got the Hellas trading cards, right?
Oh, that's so cool. That is so
Hey,
cool.
can you bring them closer to the screen?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
so, some
Is
of them
that a
are
hot-
reflective.
I'm gonna take a picture of this.
Yeah, this one is.
I'm gonna have to reach out to Giz and
Oh,
oh, that's cool. Oh
yeah,
my god.
he threw some holographic ones in there.
It's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Great, dude.
We need cards, guys.
Yeah.
You do. And
I'll
I'll
do
trade you
it.
some of these.
We're gonna make some cards for sure. We're gonna definitely make some cards.
HBCs.
That's great.
That's gonna be great.
People will buy them. I mean, I did.
I did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're great merch items.
Yeah,
we
seriously.
we do have some like special merch for Pioneer Valley that we're cooking up, and if anybody's gonna get the Ska box for I think would it be the July one? I'm not sure exactly how they're gonna do it, but the next one that's gonna come up, they're gonna do like a special Pioneer Valley one, and we're gonna send them some stuff. So there's gonna be like some exclusive merch in that box that's coming out. So I know a lot of the bands are sending stuff, so it's really cool too.
Yeah, I was really
Cool.
excited when I saw they were sponsoring. I was like, oh, am I going to actually meet you? Because we've been talking for a long time, but they're not
I
coming.
know.
They're just
I
doing it.
know.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't met them either because we were supposed to meet them at Rude Girl Riot Fest, actually hosted by Daryl, Ska History Hour.
Guys,
Shout out Daryl.
Yeah,
Awesome
yeah.
dude, awesome dude.
And Skybox was supposed to be there, but then they couldn't make it last minute. So we haven't met them either. Yeah. So
Oh, that's right.
I know. It's like I know everybody online, but I haven't officially met everybody yet.
Well, July is going to be a
Time.
big family
And
reunion, but also
and-
first time meeting people for everyone coming in from the West Coast because
Yeah.
And for
Totally.
Jen, I know it's going to be in the middle of July, but are you going to bring any of your hats? Because it does get cold in New England.
That's so true. And
It rains every day, right? It pretty much rains every day.
I'm a big like crafter, crocheter. So a few years ago, I started like getting diagnosed with some chronic health issues. I had to take a break from music for a while, but I have this illness called POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. And I have another one that's called MCAS, and basically it has to do with your body thinking it's allergic to like everything, but it's actually not. So it's having like an allergic reaction to things that you're not actually allergic to. It's bizarre. But anyway, so I had to take a break from music, and like one of the only things that I could do was just like crafting stuff in bed for a while. So I learned how to crochet, and I've been making these hats, like they're like jester hats. And I'll put like the Horizon Point logo on them, and I've been selling them as merch, and people really love them. Like even in like in the Bay Area at the show that Bo went to, I sold a few hats, and it was really cool because it's getting warmer out, and I wasn't expecting people to buy them, but people still are excited about them. Maybe because they're handmade or something. I don't know, but
I'm a sucker for handmade crocheted something.
yeah, it's fun.
It's
Yeah.
special.
And a
What
lot
color
of
do you
times I'll wear hats on stage and stuff. So I'm a big hat person in general. So yeah, kind of fun. What were you saying, Ro?
Oh, I said, what color do you like? Rachel, right?
Oh yeah.
I'll make you one for sure.
Oh my god, I would love that. But I still appreciate
Wow.
crafting, and whenever I'm thrifting, I can never let like quilts stay when I see handmade blankets. And now I have a closet full of like some not for me, but someone made it special for someone. I just get sad.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Well, that's good. That's cool. You appreciate that.
And not you not feeling well. The crafting is cool.
Oh yeah, no, I've like since I've actually recovered a lot. There was a point in time where I didn't think I was going to be able to get on stage again, and I was pretty down about that. But what's really cool is that I figured out ways to perform that don't involve me being like super physical and crazy on stage. Like I used to be more physically active on stage, but now I'm like really leaning into more like theatrical elements of the performance. Like like just really trying to connect with the audience and tell the story of the songs.
Yeah.
And also what's been cool is that like if I talk about having a chronic illness on stage, and sometimes I do, because sometimes I'll start to have symptoms on stage and I need a moment or whatever, I feel like it's kind of cool. And I've had a lot of people say, hey, like I have this illness, like after the set, and they'll be like, that's just so cool that you are able to perform, like it's inspiring, and I really appreciate that, because that keeps me going. And I never expected that this could turn, like the chronic illness part could turn into something that is actually helpful for other people,
because especially invisible diseases too, you're kind of alone with it, and people are like, you look good, like you look great, you're fine.
Exactly.
So, like,
a lot of people feel that way.
I definitely know that is inspiring.
So that's been cool.
And I feel like just figuring out, like I'm learning about POTS too, but like figuring out what you have when it's autoimmune related, because there's so much crossover, that alone is like makes people fall into deep depression and
Oh yeah, totally.
don't get it. So having someone and seeing someone still have a life and that yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Like you'll see if you're at Pioneer Valley, like I always have this little stool on stage next to me, and everyone's always like, "Oh, I like it. You just like do up your stage area. You like put your like your stuff everywhere and like make it your own." And I'm like, "Well, I do that because I think it's cute. Like it's like a little rainbow like stool that I have with me." But I do that just in case like I need to sit down for a second, you know, and like rarely do I have to use it, but just the fact that it's there, it helps me. And I've been thinking about like I got it off. I think I got it off Amazon, but it's a collapsible one, and they're really compact. And I was like, you know what? I should just start like having a few of these at the merch venues, you know. But there's some people that just really need a place to sit down, if they're not doing well, if they're having their own, issues. So
that's nice. It really. I'm just thinking about how like what it does mean, and I just started going to this like kickboxing class and it came up that one of the teachers has like this autoimmune diseases and we connected and I only go to her classes because like I know it's fine if I have to stop and like yeah, that's super cool.
yeah. Thank you for like, thanks for getting it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Because that's like a big part of Horizon Point. Like we want to be like really transparent about what we go through. And, we're like, Jordan and I are both therapists, but like we also have a lot of things that, we deal with like physically, emotionally. We want to be able to like connect with our fans in that way and have them tell us their stories as well, and so that's what the Sad Ska thing really is. It's about connecting on mental health and health related things. Now, I guess that like I'm dealing with, or I've dealt with more health things now. It's changed kind of into that, which is cool. So people think, oh, is it just like that you guys are kind of emo? And it's like, well, yeah, like we try to incorporate those elements, but it's also like the content of what we talk about, and what we try to stand for. Because, like this genre it's always been a place of like connection and unity for me. And I just want to see that like continue to thrive through, like different social stigmas and barriers and things that we all experience. And it's just really important to me that the shows feel like a place where everybody can just exist as they are,
Yeah, totally. That's what that core, right?
Hell yeah. Yeah, so no gatekeeping around here. Fuck that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've also felt like there's been a lot of ska and like in this day and age that across the board they really touch on mental health. I mean,
loving it.
With the going along with like the struggles that we're all experiencing due to the political environment just around us. Everyone's all stressed out, and bands are they're not only raging about it, but they're also dealing with their with the feelings that touch them.
No,
exactly,
totally. Yeah, I appreciate that. That definitely is true. We're all just
I
trying to cope through all this shit.
Yeah, it's one of the great elements like modern day ska. I don't know if it's like beginnings of fourth wave or whatever you want to call it, but
oh yeah,
I think
so much
there's a lot of modern ska that really deals with mental health, and I'm glad you guys are at the forefront here.
Hell yeah! Like the new Sorry Sweetheart album, the Joker's album, the Boy Detective album. All, like, there's just so many. Like everybody, like we
Sorry,
just
said that already.
Yeah, like we just played with Iwanaga. They're in Fresno. That's another band that like is in the Central Valley, and they've got this like really great little cute pin that they give out, and it's like it says like sad all over it. It's like a really cool art piece. Actually, another show and tell. Let me go see if I can. Yeah, but I was like, oh, that's cool. Like it's like about I don't know, just letting those emotions be present. Because when I was a kid and I was growing up in the punk scene, like I felt like I had to be tough. Like I felt like I had to like have my shit together and like it was okay to be angry, but it wasn't okay to be sad. And I'm like, that's fucking bullshit. Oh, let me go grab it.
Right?
What they said anger is just some kind of dumb phrase.
Anger is just a secondary emotion.
It definitely is secondary. Definitely.
I love this little
Let's
piece
take
of
a pen.
merch from Iwanaga. Really
Oh yeah,
cool.
that one.
I love
Yeah.
it.
They're great. Great people.
Are they sad ska?
They
I don't
can be
know.
Honorary sad ska now.
Everybody is.
Yeah, honorary sad ska.
No, we are the only sad ska band. We are gatekeeping the sad ska.
Oh.
No one else can
That's
be
on
in
him,
this
not
genre.
We
Hey,
do not
no,
approve
no.
this message. We do not approve
don't-
that
don't.
message.
Started off as a joke, actually. Like, Raul, you made it up.
What's sad ska? Yeah. Yeah, because I guess I gotta get a little vulnerable. So I was dealing with like a lot of depression like a couple years ago, and then like I just started taking pills, and then I just joined the band, and I was like, just like I'm playing sad, I'm playing ska, but I'm sad ska, like not verbatim, but I remember the feelings of when that happens. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of just became like a mantra or whatever you want to say.
Somehow it stuck around. I don't know how.
It's been around for a few years. The sad ska.
And we just embraced it, basically.
Yeah. And I think some people think it's stupid, but, for us, it makes sense. And that's just how we define it. But, yeah.
That actually on the episode with the Impossibles, I made a joke about how, and it's not so much a joke, it's the truth, but it's kind of funny that I deal with depression, and in a bad bout, I will not play ska music. It's like a punishment to myself. I'm like, like it's like this weird. It was like this weird thing. Like I'm not listening to the happy music. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's sad ska. Maybe that's what I needed.
Yeah, like a lot of
Maybe.
people think that like ska, like the content of ska music is always happy just because of it sounds very upbeat, I guess. But there's so much ska music that's sad. Like
We were talking about how Scott
Always.
just talking about that. Just some of the about like it sounds happy, but if you listen, like it's actually really sad. It's just masked. It's masking.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, or
Ooh,
it's
That's a good way.
You like that?
sometimes it feels like masking, but like other times too, I feel like it's like, well, like maybe like the sound, the positive, like upbeat sound of the music can like kind of carry you through that emotion too,
That's how I take it. Like you go to a live ska show and like you're upbeat, you're dancing, you're having a great time, but those lyrics fucking hit you. And they mean something to you and they resonate with you, and that's why you're really there. Like you're not there just to have fun. That music means something to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're there to feel something, right?
Exactly. You're there to feel alive, really, right? At
Totally.
least that's why I'm there.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
want to circle back, Raul. You were just talking about when you joined the band. Were you not an original member?
I mean, I was the first one player, so technically I am an original member, I guess.
I want to talk about how the band started. Like, how did you meet? How did the band form?
Oh, okay.
We've gone through a lot of members, haven't we? We've gone through a lot.
Okay,
Mostly guitar players.
Yeah.
Okay, not a lot of members, just a few. It's not that.
I was not shaming you, Raul, at all. I was just trying to segue.
No. So we've had a lot of iterations of the band. Like I like to call the current iteration HP 5.0. 5.0. Yeah. So the original, the original HP 1.0 was actually 3 members, and I wasn't here yet. It was Jen on bass and vocals, right? And then Jordan, guitar, vocals, and then they had our old drummer Greg. So like it was them for a while, and then I joined the band maybe like 6 months after that, or whatever, or like a year after that. I don't remember too much. I'm really bad with dates. No, right?
It was after Josh. No, we had 4 members. Yeah, there was 3 of us originally. Then we had a 4th member, and then Raul joined. You joined maybe just kind of after our other guitar player was leaving. It was like this weird transition. I don't think you ever played with him though. Like you guys
No, no,
never.
no,
He
no.
didn't get you
So
guys to a. Yeah.
yeah, so the first lead guitar player, Josh, he was so that was HP 1.0, I would probably say, and then Jen kept bugging me, like
Yeah.
we were like talking about, like, hey, you should come play, like in the band, like play trombone sometime, and I was like, okay, and I've actually never like really delved into ska before, like ever. Like sure, maybe I've heard a song here and there, but like I showed up. Actually, I came over actually on Jordan's birthday, and they were like having a backyard party, and bands were playing, and then I had just like really got comfortable with the song "More Good Days," and then I just kind of hopped on, and then after we played, I was like, "Hey, so am I in the band?" Kind of like that, honestly. So then on, like I've always been in the band, and then many iterations of other guitarists. Jen, you want to take it?
Yeah, sure. Like, from my perspective, like, I guess I kind of, I guess, was the one that really started the band. In COVID, during COVID, I was just like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I want to get back to being who I am. Like, I just felt like, we were talking about masking. Like, I guess as an adult, I had just developed so many layers of masks that I felt like I needed to unburden myself of. And that's been probably since I started Horizon Point, that's been like the journey, that I've been on. Um, and so, I was like, I don't, we were playing a lot of acoustic music at the time, me and Jordan, and like we were playing like different clubs and wine bars and shit, and we're just like, this is stupid. Like, I don't want to play covers. Like, fuck this, like I want to get back into my roots. And so I was like, fuck this, Jordan. Like, do you want to like try to actually start like a band? I've wanted to do this my whole life, and every attempt I've had has failed. And so we just kind of did it. And I mean, I've always played a lot of different instruments, so I was like, I don't care. Like, I'll play bass, like whatever. I love bass. Jordan played guitar, and we had another person on drums, and like I felt like it wasn't a great fit like our previous drummer. There was a lot of things we wanted to do that we were kind of like limited by, just with like the style that he really liked to play in. And so we've had a lot of evolutions of the band. I mean, like became closer friends with Raul, and like I had a feeling that he would really love ska music because he's such a music theory head, and he loves like complex dynamics in music. And ska is just like a totally underrated, like musically complex bounty for someone that loves, this kind of stuff. And I thought that he would really like it, and like how diverse it is, how there's so many different like like genre blends with ska, like modern ska and stuff. And like so I was like, I just want to show you all this music, and I want you to join the band, and like, so he was able to cover one of our oldest songs, which we don't really play often anymore, but it was called More Good Days. And yeah, he played with us, and it was cool. It took a while to figure it out, like how to integrate horns into the songs that we've already written. But like as we went on and we developed new songs, it's just continued to like blend together. It's been pretty awesome. And yeah, and now more iterations. Having Blake on has definitely been great. Like, it's just really cool that Blake is our producer, but also now he's in the band, and so he's seen everything, so he can tell the stories from like a producer perspective and from a member perspective.
Your band.
Yeah, I've been here the whole time, I think. Like
You have, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
recorded us first. You're the first one to record this band. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It was like it was interesting because when they first came to me to get recordings made, it was pop punk. I mean, really, that was the long and
Yeah.
short of it. It wasn't ska yet. And then it just sort of like slowly drifted over time closer and closer to ska. And
Yeah.
I feel like even after the coinage of the sad ska title, the music was not like as ska as it is now. Like it was like sad ska was there, like we were talking about sad ska, and the music was just like flirting with ska, but it hadn't quite
Yes.
like evolved into the thing that it is now. So it was really like right before they asked me to join the band, they played me some demos. They're like, "Oh, we're working on this stuff now," and I was listening to it, and I was like, "It's finally ska. Like it's finally I'm listening. The music is finally ska enough to me. I feel like this is the way that it's supposed to be. It's always tried to be this, and now it finally is." So that was really
We just
exciting.
are who we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've really developed our sound.
Descriptor word you just used. Like now, sad ska is just stuck in my head, and you're just talking, and I'm like, it's just silly goose ska. Like,
Yeah.
It's really goose ska, and
silly goose.
like we're already working on like new material, and I feel like it's like, I mean, I think we all agree that the last EP that we've put out, Talk About It, is our best work, but I'm really excited for the stuff that we're gonna have cooking up in the future, because I feel like it's gonna further refine our sound more, and we're just it's exciting just to continue to develop it, you know, and see where it goes.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's everybody's best work, like you said. Like I feel like it's the band's best work so far. I feel like it's my best work so far. So it's been really good to see that people are responding well to Talk About It, because I feel like we all worked really hard on Talk About It.
Yeah. Blake fucking slaved away at that thing, and we were all just like, nitpicky assholes. Like, can you make the horns louder here? No,
this.
here. No, and it needs to be louder here.
They give you know what,
out.
to your credit though, it is good. I do like that when you give me the notes, it's like an itemized list with timestamps on everything that needs to be done. So I know exactly. It's like there's very few things that are left up to interpretation. I could just go, okay, they want this. Like usually the first thing is I see the list, how long it is, and I go, oh
yeah,
God.
it's like
Yeah.
But then I look at it and I read it and I break down and I go, okay, yeah, all of that. I think all of that is doable. I can get all of that.
Yep. It's like 1 minute, 44 seconds. Make this just a little louder, like 10%. 2 minutes.
I love when it's like, this word sounds funny, and then I have to like listen to that word and go like, what sounds funny about that word? And usually it's like, oh, okay, I missed, like there's like a weird edit or something like that, and I just didn't hear it at all. But you know, they're listening for different things than I'm listening for, which is great. You need that, you know. If you're working on a mix, you get lost in it and you only hear the things that you're like paying attention to. So that's why it's really important to have the band come in and say, oh, I listened to this and here's my, you know, my thoughts on it. Here's my angle that I have. Cause it's like, you know, you miss things, you miss a lot.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Well, that makes sense.
So we've had a producer on the show once before. We had Roger Lima on. He talked about Disco Boy Detective. We never had a producer on who was also part of the band. It's the first for us.
Oh,
hooray!
Cool.
I didn't know this going in. I failed at doing my homework, I guess.
Did we have a Curly on with Flying Raccoon Suit?
Did we have who on?
Curly, he's
no, we only had Andrew and Jess on, I thought, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I think they're the only two we had on. There was supposed to be a third and they couldn't make it, so it might have been. Yeah.
Yeah. I watched like Curly's videos with like him just like editing like for 2 or 3 hours.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Roger,
I guess
interesting to talk to.
I bet, yeah.
Sounds cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and that was a really interesting conversation for me because like I am a producer interested, I guess. Like I toyed around with the DAW for a while, and just sort of like been fascinated by that side of things. Absolutely have no experience or skills in that, but it was a very interesting conversation for us.
Yeah.
I was nerding out totally.
Yeah.
No shame. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I guess this is a pretty good time to transition into talking about like all the recordings we had along the way. Since I guess Blake was on board for all of them, I believe your history includes the Ska Wars fourth wave.
Actually,
the fourth wave does awaken. Oh, actually, that was
That's
was
not
not
me.
Blake.
That's not me actually. That was
Blake's like,
they were.
that's not me.
No, no, no. I
Huh.
mean, it's. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to,
I know.
say anything bad about it. I think it's.
I'm just
I
kidding.
think it's great, and I think some of the highest streams are on some of that music. So I'm not.
Bizarre.
Yeah, it is bizarre. It's bizarre to think about like covers of ska covers of Star Wars being like some of your most popular stuff. But no, that was we were working on the album, the first full length album, What If It All Works Out, and I was still working on mixes, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna do another thing. We've got this like Star Wars stuff that we wanted to do." So we're just gonna, take some weight off of you by not trying to throw another project at you and go record with this other guy who's been interested in working with us. And I was like, yeah, more power to you. I mean, absolutely. If you want to do that over there, that's totally not gonna hurt my feelings whatsoever. So I think it turned out really fun. It was a neat thing to hear others, like what other people in the area, because we're all, local to like the Modesto area, what other people in the area are doing, and what kind of stuff other people are capable of.
Well, the
I
reason
mean, yeah.
we did. Oh, go ahead.
Go
Bob.
ahead, Jen.
Oh, okay.
You go ahead, Jen.
Okay. Well, the reason we did the Star Wars stuff is because Modesto, we live in Modesto, California, and George Lucas is from here. I don't know if y'all are aware of that or
Director.
whatever. But we have a big Star Wars festival every year, and for some reason we've been the band that's been chosen to like play at the festival.
We're
every year.
chosen.
It's on May 4th, May the 4th. So it's like the May the 4th Be With You festival in Modesto, and it's like honoring George Lucas and all this stuff. And so we were like, we should probably like try to play some Star Wars songs, right? Like, so I was like, let's try to do some like ska punk covers of Star Wars stuff. And then we were just like, you know what? Like, we should probably record this and then like put it out, and just so people can like listen to it. So it's a very short EP. Like, it's not even more than 10 minutes. I don't even think is it over 5 minutes? It's just like,
It's like 5.5 minutes.
it's really just
Yeah.
one song that we broke into different sections. And what's the fascinating thing about this is like the part of the EP that for some reason it's our most streamed song within the past like month or something. Like it's Duel of Fates. It's like a 30-second clip. And for some reason, like our, the song that is like trending for us right now that we put out, it's like, dang, like, can't pick one of our original songs. You gotta pick like the 30-second like Duel of Fates. Like, it's so niche. Like, I don't even know why, but people for some reason like that one, and it ends up on playlists, and but it's like 30 seconds long.
I'm sure there's a pretty good
thing.
Yeah, there's probably a pretty good overlap in the Venn diagram between Star Wars fans and ska people, right?
And
Yeah,
May 4th was within the past 30 days, so that might be why.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean that's gotta
Exactly,
be it.
yeah.
That's gotta be it.
Maybe
Yeah.
people are like putting it on their reels and stuff, and you have like they trend there, and
Have you guys seen the adorable video? Who's the composer? Is it John Williams?
Mhm.
Correct.
Where's the two kids with trumpets are outside his house playing Star Wars music, and he comes out and greets them, and then they're playing.
Aw.
It's really cute.
yeah.
Aw.
I did his first spring concert, and they played Star Wars, so
Yeah, they have his house, and he it's really nice. But anyway, so it's kind
Oh,
of
that's sweet.
it's Star Wars, ska, trumpets. It all like circled back.
Mm-hmm.
There's a secret ska and Star Wars overlap.
forget wrestling. It's all about Star Wars now.
Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, our good friend Mida Goodwin is sort of central behind that
Yes.
May the 4th
Mm-hmm.
Fest in
Yep.
Modesto.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you guys
Yeah, he-
just played a bit too, right?
Yeah, we just had him on last week.
That's so wild. We just played a show last week. I think it was probably had to have been like the day
The
after.
day after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Played
talk-
with Relics, yes?
yeah, we just
Yeah.
played with Alex. Yeah, wild.
They're great. They're awesome.
Oh yeah, they were a blast. That
They're
was
friends of ours. Dino's a good friend of mine. Lots of fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun because I was at the show. I went to the show at Bottom of the Hill, San Francisco, the day
Oh,
before,
nice.
and
So cool.
so Ska Magazine was doing their live, and I arrived,
Oh, yeah.
and they we're still going. They're in their second hour, and I was like, you know what, Dino, let's crash this party, and so
They did.
logged on using Dino's phone, and had a good time for
That's
a
awesome.
couple minutes there.
That's so cool. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that show was a ton of fun, and yeah, it was really cool. Like I mean, I had never met any of the band members in Foolish Relics, but I've always enjoyed their music. And we met Mohawk Mike, which was really fun, and I haven't met him before. He was a cool dude.
So we met both. Well, I met both of them at Supernova in 2023. And I
Yeah.
know I said this last week, but some people don't watch every week or listen every week. If it wasn't for Dino, we wouldn't be here doing this right now. He
Wow.
he approached me, and I was just a fan. I was just going to shows, whatever. And I'm still just a fan going to shows. Don't get it twisted. But he asked me to write a review for his album, and I'm like, what? And then I was
Wow.
talking to a friend of mine. She's like, well, you love ska. You're always teaching me about ska. Why don't you just run with it? So if he hadn't asked me that, this whole thing would have never gotten started, probably.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Small
cool.
world.
The lore.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
awesome.
And this
Yeah,
is like
that's
my
awesome.
life now. So I thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah. How long have you been doing Skagazine?
We're gonna be going on 3 years this fall.
Amazing.
I think like October.
That's great.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it all started with Dino asking me to do him a favor that I
Wow.
was totally not qualified for, but you know what? It doesn't matter.
No.
Do it anyway.
No, those are like
Great.
that's how it goes in life sometimes. Like you get asked to do something, you don't feel like you're qualified for it, but you do it and it just leads you in a different direction. Like I feel like that happens a lot, you know? So that was cool that you took the risk.
For real, the comfort zone is the worst place to be, and I'm always trying to step outside of it. Any chance I get, I'm like going.
Yeah. Even though it's hard and scary, it usually like pushes you somewhere cool. So
Exactly. And once you see like that happening, it's like addictive almost, you know?
yeah. It's like all the dopamine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Joining Skagazine was definitely one of those moments for me. I was like, oh my gosh, you want me to do this? And like hopping on my first couple podcasts, like, oh, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
But it was a wonderful full circle moment, meeting Dino, being back on here, and they're such great people, and it just kind of brought together like how I'm meeting him from Florida, like cross the country. I met you guys, and even though you're nearby, we get to do this, connecting with Skagazine folks on the other side of the country, and we're just all one big community. It's
like you're bringing people
True,
together.
yeah.
It's cool, because Bo, you're like the West Coast person now for Skagazine, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah. So you've been going. I've been seeing you like go to like a ton of shows and just meeting everybody.
It's so much fun. Yeah.
Being like that person in the crowd that really just like gets people going, and like when you were at our show, you were like dancing the entire fucking time. It was really cool.
Yeah. You were going
It's always
hard,
good,
dude. It was
like-
awesome.
It's
So
always
cool.
exciting, right? Like when we played with Foolish Relics, it was a Wednesday in Modesto, and Modesto can be kind of a sleepy town. So I was surprised we had a really good turnout for that show, but nobody was dancing, and I was like, oh man, like I'm like, I'm gonna take a risk because again, like I could tire myself out like with my health issues and stuff, but I'm like, no, like I have to dance. So like we were like just dancing, like people they get involved that way, and it was cool to see, like,
And they did.
and they did.
Showed up, yeah.
I definitely love it, and definitely love bringing the energy to the performers. And we'll talk a little more about shows later on, but I saw a video from your Lodi Beer Works shows, and
Oh, yeah.
I have got to be part of that crowd sometime.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That was so
Oh my gosh.
awesome.
You got to
My
come out
gosh.
for one of those shows. Yeah, actually, super cool. So we haven't announced it yet, but Jordan, you probably know the date. Is it the 15th or the 14th that we're playing?
August 15th.
So,
15th.
August 15th, we're playing at Lodi at Idol with Analog Daydream and Left Hand Hot Dog. So they're going to be coming out, and we're going to get another show together in Pacifica for the day before. So we got two shows coming out, or for them coming out, and yeah, and we got a couple shows on the way to Pioneer Valley with them as well. So, well, with Analog and Maka Sticks, I think.
Oh, we just hosted Office Six. They blew me away. They were so much fun.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
excited to
yeah.
meet them. Yeah,
Yeah, in July we're gonna play with them a few
July.
shows. Yeah, we're excited.
Cool. And they're playing Pioneer Valley as well.
yeah.
Yeah, we're
We keep
kind of doing this.
hijacking your questions.
Yeah, we're doing this in reverse in our outline.
It's okay. It happens one time.
I mean, live shows are fun, but we'll kind of go back to recorded stuff.
Okay.
I just happen to have picked up your
Yeah.
what do you guys call it? Your abbreviation for it?
Weewa.
Even though phonetically, if you spell out "what if it all works out" like the acronym, it would probably be pronounced Weewa, but Adam calls it
Weewa.
It's
Weeawo.
Weeawo, but for some reason it's Weewa. I don't know how that.
Adam was hell bent on that it needed to be Weewa, so we just kept it Weewa.
I like it.
It is silly. I knew it.
Weewa.
How did all the songs and the inspiration for that come together?
Well, for
Mental health. Mental health. That's what I say.
and anxiety.
Yeah.
Just came from a lot of our personal experiences, and wanting to bring mental health to the forefront. Jordan and I wrote the majority of the lyrics, and kind of like proposed the majority of the songs on there, and yeah, we just kind of went with it. One song we have on there it's called "Take Your Pills," and it's about like the importance of making sure you take your psych meds if you need them, and like so you can take care of other people in your life, and be a good friend, partner, family member.
Self-care, yeah.
Yeah, so like self-care stuff, and it's about a lot of different things. We talk about grief a lot. There's a song that
Three Whiskeys In.
There's a song called Three Whiskeys In. It's like an open letter to my father that passed away, and for Jordan for his mother that passed away. And so like the first verse is like to my dad, and then the second verse is to his mom. So it's about grief, but like you probably wouldn't think that if you just listened to it and didn't pay attention to the lyrics, because again, ska, happy, like yeah.
I was confused by that song until I asked about it. I remember that because yes, because I was like it almost sounded to me like the message of it was like, it's not a phase, Dad. It's not a phase, Mom. I felt like it was a rebellious song until I talked to you guys about it, and you were like, "Oh no, it's like it's supposed to be sort of a memorial to both these people." And I was like, "Oh, okay," because like I had to reinterpret the lyrics because it's like you say, I'm so glad aren't you glad that I did it this way? And that to me sounds like oh, I did what I wanted to do regardless of what you thought. But,
like a fuck you.
But yeah, exactly. But it's like no, it's like
interpretation.
It was supportive. Like your parents were supportive of you, and it's like I didn't know. I think it was primarily because it's such a punk rooted song. Like it just has that sort of rebellious energy musically. So I'm glad that there are multiple. I always like that about songs and lyrics and poetry is that everybody has their own thoughts and feelings on it, regardless of necessarily what it was that we intended. And sometimes I think that that's the best. I think that it's really cool when I say something or I do something, I write something and it means something to me, but then somebody else has a completely different reaction. It reminds them of something else. I think that's beautiful.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, like it's funny. So you thought I was being sarcastic, but no, I'm like just over here genuinely like, yeah, Dad, hey, like, aren't you glad I did it this way?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's really cool.
The three interpretation. Like my dad, he was a whiskey drinker, obviously, and when he would drink whiskey, he would get really philosophical, and he would just like talk about all these things, like you just get me going on some really deep conversation topics, some really introspective stuff, and fascinating person. Missed the hell out of him, but when I for a while we used to open with that song a lot, and I think like it's a good song to open with just because it is kind of high energy and it also like really warms us up well. But I like opening with that song sometimes because I just feel like it grounds me, and I'm like, fuck yeah, like I'm doing this for my dad, you know, like there sometimes like there's nothing sometimes more powerful than like walking into something feeling like you're really doing it for someone that you love that, you know, can't be with
Mm,
you anymore, you know, and like
mm,
yeah, so I don't know. I grief is something that that I write a lot about. It's a really important thing for me, and like my work too as a therapist and stuff centers a lot around grief and loss and stuff.
I would say piggyback off that, like, yeah, just because you're talking about your dad, I would say my mom was probably one of the most supportive people in my music journey growing up, and she always was like wanting to hear the shit I wrote, even if I thought it sucked or my sisters made fun of me. She was always like, I want to hear what. She called me Jordy first off, and you know what? Funny enough, she would call me Bo sometimes randomly. I don't know why she gave me that nickname, but yeah, I don't tell many people that. But she would like, Jordy, I want to hear your songs. Like, I want to hear like these random fucking recordings I did on like on I don't know like a old camcorder or something. And so like just hearing Jen talk about her dad like that, for me that was, yeah, my mom. Like, she supported me. And yeah, I'm sad. She passed before. Um, she saw me doing this music project, so I kind of think that's a big drive for me on doing what I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, thanks for
Yeah.
sharing that. I've got a song recommendation for you as well. Voluntary Hazing from
Mm-hmm.
San Jose.
Yeah.
The sixth track off their album, Literal Rockstar.
Mm.
Um, Kayla's got some reels, and her YouTube lyric video is about remembering her mom who passed, and
Cool.
it's another one you guys could dig into there.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
need
look
to.
that
memorial
up.
for
Yes.
Everything
Need to
I've
listen
heard
to
from
them.
them, I've really enjoyed.
And they will
Yes.
be there at the Pioneer Valley Ska Fest.
I know, that's so cool.
And that's some sad ska.
Yeah,
Little.
that's what I call sad ska.
I agree.
So I guess we can move on to the new EP. Are you done, Beth?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, their themes of mental health continue on to their most recently released EP. I'm just glad I have these physical artifacts to
I
share
know. I
with
love how you
everyone
just
here.
have them. Like.
Amazing.
Get me one of those. Is it just on CD or is it on vinyl as well?
No
Just
vinyl.
CD,
No vinyl.
unfortunately. Yeah.
No vinyl. Our label doesn't print vinyl apparently.
Our label doesn't really press vinyl. Yeah.
Let's talk about your label because this is your first album on the label, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Manic Cat Records. They're based out of New York. And actually, if you're all familiar with the band For the Record, they're actually on the label too, which is interesting because they're in Fresno, which is about like an hour, 2 hours south of us. And we had no idea, like that was just a coincidence that
That's funny. Yeah, we talked to them and we talked about the label with them.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So with Manic Cat, we have 3 releases that we're going to be putting out. We already did the first one, and then there's going to be another EP, and then a full length. So there's going to be 3 releases total, and I don't know what order we're doing the other 2 in. If it's going to be LP then EP or EP LP, but yeah, really excited about that.
Matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this EP, it's 5 tracks. I've been listening to it an awful lot. I love it. It's really fucking good.
Thanks.
My favorite song is See You Never with Ben the Truth being a close second.
Oh shit.
We do go through and usually like try to get behind the music and talk about the inspiration behind some of the songs. So if you are open to it, we figured since it's just 5 tracks, we can do them all.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first one, Ben the Truth. Like, what's the message there?
Gosh. That's
So
a story, huh?
Ben the Truth is kind of like a love story, and the first verse is Jordan talking about like a woman's perspective, on her relationship. And then the second verse is me talking about a guy's perspective on the same relationship. And The relationship is one where both people have experienced a lot of trauma and, things throughout their life that make it difficult for them to show up fully as a partner. And so it's about like really trying to work through that stuff and, face all your demons, to try to actually be able to be present and move through some of this stuff in life and be able to, be better. So I'm so scared, but I want to get better. Like it's just kind of like, well, I don't know if I can fucking do this, but I'm gonna try. Like we'll see where this goes. It's like taking a leap of faith, And so like, it could be about anything. It could be about, like coping through an addiction, like getting a new job, like whatever it is for you. But that's kind of it was centered around like a relationship is part of the story, but it can really be about anything. But I don't know. You guys have any other thoughts about like the meaning of that song or what it is for you?
That's kind of what you hit it on the head. I mean, I just always, to me, yeah, I'm so scared. Want to get better is just really about, diving in. Like when you could be scared shitless about anything in life, and you want to get better, but you're gonna fucking do it anyways. You're so scared. That's what it always means to me. Like, you know what? I'm scared, but I'm gonna fucking do it, because the alternative is to not do it. So to me, I always got, even though I help write the song, to me, I always get out of every time we play it, I think of like, you know what? I'd rather fail trying to do something I love than succeed at doing nothing, if that makes sense. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's about not succumbing to your like depression or your mental illness. Because like for me, is that I am afraid to like stay depressed. Because if I'm depressed, then nothing gets done. My relationships in my life suffer, my job suffers, my mind, my body suffers. So the meaning of the song is that no matter how hard it gets, is that I want to get better no matter what. So even though I'm terrified of failing, I want to get better. So I'm so scared, but I don't want to get better. So it's just that. And then if you guys caught it, like towards the end of the song, the lyrics say, "I'm so scared, but I'm gonna get better." Like you can't you can't tell yourself that you can't question yourself, because if you question yourself, then it's already setting yourself up for failure. So I like to just say that I'm gonna get better. It's not I need to, I want to, I'm going to. Or
If you
I
change
am
the
better.
language, then it changes. If you change the language, it changes kind of like your outlook on it.
Mm-hmm.
A wise man once said, "There is no try, just do or do not."
Yeah.
Yes.
To go back to our theme here, which is Star Wars sometimes.
Apparently that's right.
And show and tell. But yeah, I
Oh.
gotta tell you, from a fan perspective, there's so much of that I'm holding in and that I'm latching onto through your message, and I love it.
Thank you.
Sad Ska for life.
Hell yeah, bro.
Thank you.
So-
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think that's that song. The next one is
You know-
my
Yeah, that was a good opener.
Brown.
yeah.
Well,
Crown
did you want
is-
to talk about like the how Adam like contributed all of the building blocks for that song? I mean, like that's
Yeah, he
the production is kind of my my focus on that. But yeah, but didn't Adam like write the riff verse and the chorus verse, and just kind of like that was what we started with?
Yeah,
yeah.
Adam wanted to
Yeah.
write the music. Well, he's primarily a drummer, but he's a multi-instrumentalist, like kind of we all are. So he was like, "Hey, I want to like use this if you guys want to use it." And we were like, "Yeah, cool. Like, let's do it." Like, Adam rarely ever gets to contribute like those kind of things to the music, and because it's not his primary instrument in the band. And so we were like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, like we want to be able to try to incorporate everybody's ideas as much as we can.
Mhm. Yeah.
That was cool. It's really cool to work with like your fellow bandmates ideas and like things that people create, and try to see how you can really like interject and work, really try to collaborate rather than like one person just contributing the entire thing and being like, this is how the song
Yeah.
goes. Like we really want to try as best we can to collaborate, and sometimes that's hard, and we have different opinions, and we have to work through it. We have to talk about it,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
we have to,
Oh, there it is. Comes full
aha,
circle.
aha.
And he had it backwards. He thought the verse was the chorus and the chorus
Oh.
was the verse, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted the riff
Yeah.
for the chorus to be
Oh.
the verse, but I was like, no, it's the other way around. It's got to be the other
When
way
we
around.
wrote
Yeah,
the lyrics,
yeah, I agree.
when Jen and I wrote the lyrics, we're like, well, it feels like writing these lyrics, we feel like this thing we're repeating, I'm so scared I want to get better, needs to be in this section.
Yeah.
It's now the chorus, but it could have been the verse, so it's just fine.
Yeah, Raul and Jordan and I were hanging out one night, and like they were playing that riff, like I think because they were trying to learn it or whatever from what Adam wrote, and then I was like, hold on, I gotta like take a piss, so I'm like in the bathroom and I'm peeing, and then that's when the
Yeah.
came to me, and there's a funny recording of like of me like doing a voice note into my phone where I can hear them, earshot of the living room, and I'm like, so scared but I want to get better, like in my phone.
Yeah, and you showed it to us after.
Yeah,
later.
and I was like, I think this would be cool, guys. And I'm like, I know it's just the same line over and over again, but I kind of want to do it.
Yeah.
And
For us. Like usually, like when I write lyrics, they can be kind of wordy and hard to like latch onto. So it's kind of like more simplified for me, and I just wanted to make that message really clear.
Can we share it with the listeners real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share it.
Yeah.
copyright. I'm just kidding.
She says it's hard to find what she needs. Showing up for no man apparently. She says she's getting kind of shaky. Memories of him being flaky. Intrusive thoughts haunt her mind. Running away from her dreams on a time. Will she ever figure herself out? She says, she says, she says. I'm so scared but I wanna get better. 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 I'm so scared but I wanna get He said someday he's gonna get better. Maybe temporary change can last forever. All he wants is to make it work, but he falls asleep so he won't hurt. He's had to keep up 'cause he's letting her down. Yeah, he's seeing her cry and he can't take the sound. No new words, but he won't let her go. Says holding his breath is the greatest love. I'm so scared, but I wanna get better. I'm so scared, but I wanna get better. I'm so scared, but I wanna get better. I'm so scared, but I'm gonna get better. I'm so scared, but I wanna 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 get. So scared, but I wanna get better. I will run, but I wanna get better. So scared, but I wanna get better. I won't get, but I wanna get better. So scared, but I wanna get better. I will run, but I wanna get better. So scared, but I wanna get better. I won't let it. I won't let it.
Hey, well, what about the yeah?
The yeah! You missed the yeah!
I wanted you to do it.
Yeah! Yeah, Raul, you missed your line.
I was
Actually,
only going to share a sample, but I just couldn't stop.
Aw.
Oh,
thank you.
that's not a super lengthy.
It's the first time we've had our music shared on like a podcast live stream.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Your
so.
songs actually do make me cry a little bit.
Aw.
I'm a cry.
Aw, me too.
Me too.
That's
Me too.
okay.
Crying glass face.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Thank you for that.
Sure. All right, so we're going to move on to my crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to share them all because we're short for
I
time.
know. I'm sorry, like I'm so long-winded, and then we
Oh, it's
have
okay.
ADHD and we keep
Yeah.
like going all over the place.
Oh yeah.
I do want to encourage everyone to go listen to the whole EP for sure, and the
Yeah,
back catalog stuff.
We're kind of a long-winded podcast.
That's
Yeah.
totally fine. I'm here for it.
No shame. Heck yeah.
I mean, we spent the first half an hour like playing show and tell, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
That's
My
good.
crown, it's about taking your power back. That's what I say when we perform it. You know, it could be interpreted in a lot of different directions. I think like lately, like we've been feeling it in more of a political sense, like the people taking their power back. But you know, it's kind of just like, you know, despite anyone or anything being in your way, like you're gonna, you know, do what feels important and right and just for you, you know. So it's about facing obstacles, I guess, you know, both internally, externally. Yeah, so it's like a kind of like an empowerment song.
Fuck gatekeeping.
Yeah, gatekeeping is
Fuck
what
gatekeeping.
you know. We've experienced we've been at the whim
Yeah.
of a lot of gatekeeping. You know,
Yeah.
I think anytime you're trying to do something
Yeah.
fun or different or you know whatever, people traditionalists are gonna have something to say.
You know about you guys? You're nonchalant. You're not nonchalant. Like, I hate nonchalant.
What was that? I couldn't. It's breaking up a little bit.
The other thing I love about you guys is that you're not nonchalant. You're chalant, and I appreciate that because
I'm heavily chalant.
I feel like
Heavily chalant.
anxiety problem of being nonchalant and cool,
Exactly.
not
I am
just
not fucking cool.
cool. I think everyone should say how they feel about everyone. And be honest and emotional. I love that you guys are not nonchalant.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like nonchalantness.
Oh, it's like, oh, I hate
I feel like bands can either go like one way or another, like super authentic and like really want to have a transparency, kind of like with their people that listen to their music, or then like you know the opposite of like not transparent, but like kind of a mysterious, that nonchalant
Like an
kind of
image.
thing. Yeah,
Like an image.
yeah. We don't want that. I want to have connection. Like,
Yeah.
that's more than anything.
that's normal.
Agreed.
It's good. Yeah. Yeah. So Crown, anything you guys want to say about Crown or like what it means for you, you know, like taking your power back, putting that crown back on your fucking head.
I think it could be used.
Said it.
Honestly, yeah.
What was that?
It could probably be used politically. You know, like I mean, like for me personally, it's like I wish we could take back power from like the higher ups of the government. I'm not gonna say names or anything, whatever. But like, but it does feel like there's a lot of like power imbalances going on. Or there's also like just come down smaller in scale. Just like if there's people that are hurting you or just like making you anxious just about your image or whatever. The best thing to do is just say fuck them and just focus on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like especially when it comes to like gatekeeping or people who are just trying to just keep you down, just because you're fucking just doing your thing and just trying to survive, just trying to work and just trying to make music that expresses ourselves in a way that helps other people express themselves. Like there's been plenty of times at shows where people come up to Jen or Jordan or I or whoever, and then like personally I've been told that they feel comfortable being at the show because of like the things that Jen says about her conditions or just like how Well, sorry, I got a dog right here, and he's trying to like knock down a chair. Okay. Anyways, I kind of lost my train of thought. I've had a couple people come up to me and say that they were comfortable being there because of the song's messages, you know, and like they needed to hear that. Like that feels really good to hear because that's what music is all about. It's just like, you know, just creating this connection. But like to turn it back to Crown, it's definitely a sense of empowerment. I feel like, man. I know the answer was long, so.
It's interesting too with like the no king stuff, like that the imagery of crown, it kind of ended up in this song, and that wasn't intentional. But I think it's like we're not afraid to talk about political stuff. Like we do think that like it's important to do that in this genre, and we very much will always stand for that. But like, yeah, like giving that power back, like to the people of that crown, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say that too. Like I feel like, especially the verse I wrote, it's really, I don't know if you can understand it, but it's very, I'm screaming it practically. But like it starts out with me just saying like, it's like no one sees the world, no rights for the girl, all tripping out, men shouldn't pout. And it's just like that, those lines right there, it's about like just, it's very in your face, like just how people's rights, women's rights are being taken away, and that we have this system that obviously isn't working for us. And it's harder and harder every day to just sit back. At first it was like, okay, because we're past it's not even politics. I don't even know. It's social justice. It's about human rights at this point. So when anyone tells me, oh, it's political, I said, no, it's about human lives, because we've passed that. And so I feel like this song is really, again, yes, heavy on that. And yeah, you can interpret it many different ways, but of course, and then the chorus, I get so much better, but then I get so much worse. Those lines to me mean like, I feel like we're getting better maybe as like a society, but then as a society, we fucking have gotten worse. Like that's my own interpretation myself that I've gotten, even though I've helped write it. Sometimes you come back to a song later on and you listen to it and you're like, you get many interpretations. So I just feel like this is a very powerful song.
Yeah, because it's also about like trying to like cope with all this shit too. Like, like sometimes when you're trying to take your power back, you don't feel very powerful, and it's about like in my verse, I'm like I'm on the edge of a total meltdown, like a nervous breakdown, like it's like you're on the edge sometimes in yourself, even though you're desperately trying to like empower yourself. Empowerment doesn't always look like, yeah, like we're good. Like it looks messy sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Crown, my crown. Yeah.
I got back just in time for song number 3.
Yeah, Radical Empathy.
That's my favorite title of all your songs, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Title.
Yeah. That like when I introduce this song, sometimes I like to say it's for recovering people pleasers, because like it's about setting boundaries with people that are like bad for you, that like like suck your energy dry and like take advantage of your empathy.
It's so hard in empathy, especially right now, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, exactly. It's for empaths, like, and like one lyric in the chorus is like, we like basically it's like a car crash. Like as our cars crash, you throw your hands up, but we both know the truth. It's like if you get into a car accident and like the other person refuses to take fault, right? It's like sometimes relationships can feel like that. Like like we're in a car accident and like you just throw your hands up, you won't take any kind of fault, but we both really know what's going on. Like, we both know the truth,
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's actually my favorite off the album.
Mine too.
Being honest, that one like, hits me the most live when we play it. You guys have thoughts on that one? Or?
It's pretty.
Blake, I love your mixing on that one too. Like
I'm glad you like that one. I like that one too, and I wasn't even going to talk about the mix, but I think that one kind of came together before any of the other ones did. It was just kind of like it just kind of all worked out. Everything on it just kind of fit together really great. But I was going to talk about playing it live. I feel like even though it's not one of the highest energy songs that we play, I feel like it's one of the songs that we play really well. It just feels good to play that song. It feels good to like come after some like really fast punk songs and just really high tempo stuff like Bend the Truth and all of that, and then just like, okay, we're gonna slow it down and then do this one that it's slower, but it has such a nice groove to it. It's really like it has a good danceable energy to it. So I feel like when we get to that song, that's always one of my favorite parts of the live shows, because it's like I can just sort of, I don't know. I feel like with a lot of the other songs, you have to be so focused on what you're doing. Like it's really difficult to just like hang on and get everything right. But with that one, I feel like it's all so hypnotic almost, the groove of that song. So I feel like I kind of just can dissolve into that one a lot more easily. And it's always like my favorite part of the live set is doing that one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you always include that in your set?
Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we
every
don't.
once in a while. It just depends on the type of set, like, and what the energy,
Yeah.
what we're anticipating the energy of the show to be. Like, if we're playing with a bunch of punk bands, we just want to do our most high energy songs. But like, if it's like a, like a true ska show where we feel most comfortable with, like, every single song that we want to share, and we feel like it's going to be well received, we love to include that one because, yeah, it's very dancey. It does. I think it captures that like hypnotic essence of ska that you mentioned, Blake. Like that's what I
Yeah.
really love about ska. Like one of the things I really love about ska is just like that groove and that like the skank and how hypnotic that can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel's batting her eyelashes at you. She wants to hear the Pioneer Valley.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we'll definitely play.
Oh, we're
that,
definitely
I'm
gonna
sure.
play that one. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll play the whole EP at that one.
Oh, cool.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't know. I'm just calling it out. I don't know. don't quote me
I'm-
on that.
Yeah, you said it live. I mean,
Sorry, band. I already made promise. Sorry.
That's really fine.
All right, so hot goth girlfriend.
Hot
Oh.
goth
I've got to wonder who is the hot goth
This is
girlfriend.
fun.
The
It's
hot
Jen.
goth-
Yep, it's
The hot
Jen.
goth
She's thinking about
girlfriend,
herself.
It's kind of maybe it's no one in particular. It's
Plot
just
twist.
like it's like I
She's
say
an
that
archetype.
queer love song for every alternative baddie. Like, there's all these fucking reels and all this like attention on like everyone wanting a hot goth girlfriend, like it's like a novelty or some kind of like a little bit of a fetishization of goth girls in our culture right now. So I kind of wanted to just kind of like flip it on its head and make a song that's like a queer perspective of it, like because it's usually like bros, like dudes that are just like, yeah, I want a hot goth girl, like, it's so just
Yeah.
stereotype and just and it's a true, like, you can sense it's like it's a true love for this girl, so I wanted to just make like a fun song that kind of like flips that message on its head and is more empowering for women, and it's kind of funny, like it's a song that it's really fun to play because I think like women or anyone female presenting just kind of appreciates it in the crowd. Like, I was like, girls, you gotta fucking dance during this one, this is our song.
All right, and then we're gonna, unless someone else has something to say, we'll move on to the last track because we're cutting close on time here. Never see ya.
Yeah,
See ya
see you
never.
never. See you never.
See
See
ya,
you never.
see ya.
I'm sorry. See you
Yeah,
never.
yeah, see you
Yeah.
Never
never.
see ya. See you never.
Never see you. See you never. Same. Yeah.
I never see you. You never come around anymore. I never
Never
see you
see
anymore.
ya. Never see this puppy.
I mean, this song is about loss. It's about like the true like trials and tribulations of coping with loss and like kind of playfully, like see you never. And maybe how some people in your life might not deal with the loss. They might kind of be in denial about it, and maybe like how that affects you too, just like other people's lack of kind of taking care of themselves or lack of attention to their own mental health and how that may impact you, and just like, the true difficulties, like, I think, well, one of the lyrics is like, about sobriety in the chorus too. So it's about like, if there's just one more loss, then I don't think I can stay sober, like for anybody dealing with those kind of things. It's just hard shit to deal with sometimes, So at the end, it's kind of like this, it gets pretty at the end, it's kind of like this, like kind of like the beauty of loss a little bit more at the end, and just how it can come full circle and that's part of life. But this one is really the deepest one for me, I'd say, on the album. You guys have anything you want to say about that one?
Maybe.
What?
He said maybe.
You said it all.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. That was one of the songs that I think I heard the demo of before some of the other ones. I want to say that was one of the earliest demos that you guys played for me when I was, getting ready to join the band. And I really liked that it had, all these different moods to it. And Horizon Point's music has done that quite a bit. I would say the whole time it's been varying different moods, different there's dynamics, it's got high points, it's got low points. And what I liked about that one is that it really it takes that and it kind of pushes that to the extreme, where it's got moments that are really intimate and quiet, and then it's got moments that are really loud and bombastic, and then at the end it does that whole like speed up thing where it goes into that whole kind of like punk thing. And I think originally the demo that they showed me, it just like was really quick at the end. It went punk and then it was done. And I feel like maybe like up to 3 times going into like practicing that song, I said, can we make that part a little bit longer? And I saw like everybody, like especially Adam. I mean, he's not here, so I can say whatever I want. I remember him rolling his eyes every time. Every time I would do that, I'm like, can we make it a little bit longer? And he'd be like, no, it's supposed to be short. And I'm like, but no, it's like I really like that part, and I want that part to go on longer, and I think that everybody else will too. So eventually, we got to like, that part is like it's got its own thing. It has its own identity, and there's a key change in the song, and that's really cool. So like, I think that's the only
That was fun.
the only key change that's in a Horizon Point song that I know of. So it was really cool. Like that, working on that song was a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, that's so true. That song really has a little bit of everything. Like it starts off really like groovin' ska stuff, and then it like the chorus is kind of more emo vibes, and there's like an emo kind of breakdown in it. And I don't know that when we play that song, like I really try to focus on like telling the story of the lyrics, because it's the beginning just starts off and I'm singing and Jordan's playing guitar, and there's a little bit of percussion, but it's mostly just it feels like there's a lot of space at the beginning, and then it kind of moves through and it gets bigger as it goes on. And so yeah, it's like I feel like I really can connect with the audience during that song a lot. Gives me space to connect with the audience. But yeah, that's the EP. Thank you for being interested in what the song is and asking us. And
we're really, really excited to see it live at Pioneer Valley. I will say, since we are close to our stop here, I'm glad we saved some stuff, because we are not only sponsoring Pioneer Valley Ska Fest, but we're doing on-site interviews. So we'll sit down with you there if you are open to that. And maybe ask you the rest of our questions.
Yeah.
We had some fun ones, but
terrible at getting through interviews, I think, because we just answer the questions up front, like sometimes before people even get a chance to ask them. But
ask
we're pretty bad at it ourselves. Like we we make these outlines and we have all these questions we want to ask, but then we like go down all these rabbit trails and which is
That's
fine
good.
because
Show
Go
and
with the
tell.
flow.
You know.
Go with the vibe.
Yeah, so we'll sit back down there. We'll ask you some more questions if you're open to that, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It was so
Yeah.
nice to meet you, and you too,
All
Rachel.
of you. Thank you.
Yeah, and Bo, we already know you. We
We'll
already met
see.
you. But hopefully we'll see
You know him
again.
as Bo now.
Yeah, now we can officially call you Bo.
Do you want to
Oh.
plug the rest of your shows before we go, though? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Jordan, do you want to plug?
me? Yeah, well, our next show is in Lodi. It's actually at Idle Beer Works in Lodi, June 27th, and then I believe we're playing in the Bay Area, July 17th and 18th. I want to say July 17th in Hayward, California, and July 18th is in Alameda, California. And then we're going to the East Coast, which we're going to play with the Maka Sticks and Analog Daydream. We're going to be playing in Baltimore, New York, and then Pioneer in Springfield, and then Providence, Rhode Island. And that's all like July 23, 24, 25, 26. And
awesome. I do want to say that Pioneer Valley announced today that the tickets are 50% sold out.
Oh my god!
You're not finding
That's
a
so great.
fest for this price point, and with so many bands coming from all over the place. Like, I think I counted there's probably 9 bands I haven't seen yet. Last year was very similar.
Yeah.
It's a great place to go and discover new bands and just be with your community and your ska people and have a great time. So highly recommend it. Get your tickets before they're gone because they're gonna go. Sold out last year.
Wow!
Yeah.
That's
Great,
amazing.
50%.
Yeah. So get your tickets. We'll see you there. And you want to let everyone know where they can follow you?
Yeah.
Jordan, you want to let people know?
Yeah.
Jordan's like our social
you
media.
can follow us anywhere at Horizon Point Music on all social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Horizon Point Music, and yeah.
Are you going to be at
Spotify?
Heads?
What?
Drunken Heads in the city?
Oh yeah, Auto Shrunken Head.
Yeah.
Yes, in New York. Yeah, we're playing Auto Shrunken Head. We hear good things about that
I
place. So we're
did, along with Dave's Pub. That's on my bucket list.
Dave.
So maybe that will be,
okay.
and I get that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really nice to meet you all. I know it's so late over there. I don't want to
No, it's midnight, y'all. Yeah.
I rarely sleep anyway, so I'm good. I'm gonna actually finish my drink and then doom scroll for a little bit and probably head out to bed. I do want to say, if you didn't catch the whole episode, we will be keeping this up on YouTube and we'll publish it on Apple Podcast and Spotify. I used to say within a few days, but realistically within a week because shit happens. Life. But I'll get it up as quick as I can. Sometimes it's the next day, sometimes it's a week later. It just depends on what happens. And when we do put it out there, we'll post it again and we'll invite you to collab and all that fun stuff.
Yes.
So, safe travels. Have fun on your tours. Come to Pioneer Valley with some stories to tell us.
Oh, we will.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
And don't forget, just as Eric said many times at the end of this podcast, if you want to be the scene, you got to be the scene.
Word.
Hard agree.